Expanding of binomial square, exercises 18 to 21. Expand the binomials below by applying the formula for binomial squares and the rules of exponents displayed at the right upper corner of the screen. To expand the binomials, I'm going to use the formula for binomial square. A plus b in parentheses squared equals to a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. I'm also going to use the rule of exponents. Power of a power, a to the power of n in parentheses to the power of n equals to a to the power of n times m. I'm also going to use power of a product with two factors. A, b in parentheses to the power of n equals to a to the power of n multiplied by b to the power of n. I'm going to use also the power of a product with three factors. A, b, and c to the power of n equals to a to the power of n multiplied by b to the power of n multiplied to c to the power of n. Let's begin expanding the binomials. First binomial, 0.8 plus y squared in parentheses squared. So first step, I'm going to apply the formula for binomial square. In this binomial, 0.8 is our first term, and it corresponds to the a in the formula. Y squared is the second term, and it corresponds to the b in the formula. Therefore, this equals to first term squared, 0.8 to the power of 2, plus 2 times first term, second term, 2 times 0.8 multiplied by y squared, plus y squared to the power of 2. 0.8 squared is 0.64, plus 2 times 0.8 is 1.6. Y squared plus y squared squared. I can use the rule of exponents for power of a power and then multiply the exponents 2 by 2 and get 4. Therefore, this equals to y to the 4th power. Next exercise. 0.5a plus b squared in parentheses squared. This equals to first term squared, 0.5a squared, plus 2 times 0.5a first term, second term b squared, plus second term squared b squared squared. 0.5a in parentheses squared. I can use the rule of exponents for power of a product with two factors and distribute the exponent to each factor. In other words, 0.5 squared equals to 0.25 and then a squared, plus 2 times 0.5 is 1, and then we have 1 time ab squared, which I'm going to write as ab squared, plus b squared squared, which is b to the power 4. Next exercise. 0.1 x squared plus 0.3y in parentheses squared is equals to 0.1 x squared in parentheses squared plus 2 times 0.1 x squared multiplied by 0.3y plus 0.3y in parentheses squared. 0.1 squared is 0.01. X squared squared is x to the 4th power, plus. In the middle term, we need to multiply the numerical parts. 2 times 0.1 is 0.2, and then multiply by 0.3, it equals to 0.06 x squared y plus 0.3 squared is 0.09 y squared. Next exercise, 1.5 xy squared plus 2z in parentheses squared. This equals to 1.5 xy squared in parentheses squared plus 2 times 1.5 xy squared in parentheses multiplied by second term 2z plus second term 2z squared. This equals to 1.5 squared is 2.25. And then we have x squared, y squared squared, which gives us y to the fourth power, plus 2 times 1.5 times equals 3, then multiplied by 2 equals 6. Therefore, this is 6xy2z plus 2 squared is 4z squared. Next exercise. 3x plus y squared z squared in parentheses squared. This equals to 3x in parentheses squared plus 2 times 3x multiplied by y squared z squared plus y squared z squared in parentheses squared. 3 squared 9, x squared is our first term. Then we have 2 times 3, 6, x, y squared, z squared, plus then we have y squared squared, which is y to the fourth power, z squared squared, which is z to the fourth power. Next exercise, 2x squared plus 3yz squared in parentheses squared. This equals to 2x squared in parentheses squared plus 2 times 2x squared multiplied by 3yz squared plus 3yz squared in parentheses squared is equals to 2 squared 4 and then x squared squared 4x to the power of 4 plus we have 2 times 2 times 3, which is 4 times 3, 12, x squared, y, z squared, plus 3 squared, 9, y squared, z to the fourth power. Next exercise. 3k squared plus 2m squared n squared in parentheses squared equals to 3k squared in parentheses squared plus 2 times 3k squared multiplied by second term 2m squared n squared plus 2m squared n squared in parentheses squared. We have 3 squared or 9, k squared squared k to the fourth power plus 2 times 3, 6 times 2, 12, k squared m squared n squared plus 2 squared 4 m squared squared m to the 4th power n to the 4th power. Next exercise, 4a squared b squared plus 2c squared d squared in parentheses squared. This equals to 4a squared b squared in parentheses squared plus 2 times 4a squared b squared multiplied by 2c squared d squared plus 2c squared d squared in parentheses squared. This equals to 4 squared is 16, a to the 4th, b to the 4th, plus 2 times 4, 8 times 2, 16, a squared, b squared, c squared, d squared, plus 4 times c to the 4th, d to the 4th. This concludes our exercises. Thank you so much for watching and learning.